something is forced on him that should not be forced on him. He should be a head coach by now. I mean, his people will come in and they're a coordinator for a year and they look bad in the last game. They play like the Super Bowl and they go right to a head coaching spot. And Bieniemy somehow, we're told, well, he didn't interview well. Well, he only interviewed with like one team this year. I know there have been other teams in the past. But, Tony, I hate this because he's going from one of the most smoothly functioning franchises in all of sports, certainly in the NFL, to a place that's been dysfunctional and toxic. And I don't mean at the coaching staff level. I don't mean that. This is not about Ron Rivera. It's about Dan Snyder and the atmosphere and the culture of that place, and you and I know it well. And he's going to that. And you can't say, well, wait a minute, the front office has nothing to do with the coaching. It has everything to do. The franchise has been a mess for a couple of decades with, like, brief exception periods. And Bieniemy's now going from Andy Reid and the culture of that, the Hunt family, to this mess. This is garbage. And, you know, everybody will try to figure out a way to explain it away. I hate it, and I'm not going to try to explain it away.
So I don't know Eric Bieniemy, and I don't know what his long-term goal is. But if he feels that to become a head coach, he needs to go away from Andy Reid and prove something somewhere else, I understand that. I understand why he might feel that. Like you, I don't think this is the right place to land. And I have two very specific reasons. One is the team is in the process of being sold, so a new owner could come in and he could dissolve the coaching staff. Owners do that all the time. And then where would that leave Bieniemy? The other reason is, they don't have a quarterback. They have no quarterback. This guy has worked with Patrick Mahomes, the top of the line, for 5 years now. Wentz is done. They think Heineke is a backup. So Sam Howell, who played one game, appears to be their incumbent quarterback. When you call games for Patrick Mahomes and you call for these guys, it's just different. I don't think he can look good. You know what I mean? If you want to go somewhere else. Have a quarterback.
Does he have those choices, Tony? Tony, choices he doesn't have.
I don't know.
If he had a choice, he wouldn't be taking this one. You know, we'll welcome him to town. Eric Bieniemy, welcome. It'll be an interesting local thing for us to be able to talk about this all the time. But come on, man. This is garbage. It really is.
There's one thing that has to be said. Hold on. Just give me a minute here.
What's that? Okay.
The two offensive coordinators at Kansas City who stood at Andy Reid's side in the way Eric Bieniemy has, they became head coaches. Doug Peterson is a really good head coach. Your boy in Chicago was not that good, right? He was not that good. And he had that same job. Matt Nagy, he had that same job. So Bieniemy has a right to expect that job. Yeah,
Matt Nagy, don't get me started. I'm already started.
Okay.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.